During the opening of the Warsaw Security Forum, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk said the following. Poland understood quite quickly, not just because of its geography and history, but also because of its sober assessment, what modern Russia is. It quickly understood that one cannot skimp on security. Words are one thing, but actions are something else entirely. Tusk's government does not intend to buy missiles for the state-of-the-art American F-35 aircraft purchased during the previous government's term. The finance minister does not want to agree to the purchase of key armaments for the F-35, namely air-to-air missiles. These messages are radically contradictory. On the one hand, the Prime Minister declares that he will not skimp on security, and on the other hand, he is skimping on security. It seems paradoxical to buy the most modern aircraft, but without the most modern missiles. We are witnessing an unprecedented absurdity. Poland is spending huge amounts of money to buy modern aircraft, but for political reasons, it is probably not buying the missiles that are needed for these aircraft to do what they are supposed to do. These are missiles that would allow Polish F-35s to engage enemy aircraft at a distance of up to 180 kilometers. AIM-120D3 missiles, they must be included in the arsenal of weapons and missiles that will keep us safe, keep us out of the enemy's range, and at the same time allow us to destroy threats from a great distance. In April, the US State Department agreed to sell 400 such missiles for approximately $1.3 billion. This is a truly unique propaganda spectacle where the government boasts about the alleged modernization of the Polish army, while on the other hand blocking anything they can. This team could not block the purchase of F-35s, but it can still block the purchase of missiles to equip these modern air-to-air fighter jets. All because the Ministry of Finance ordered the Minister of Defense to repay the debt used to modernize the Polish Army's Armed Forces Fund directly from the Ministry of Defense's defense budget. It turns out that we will not have the missiles with which we could shoot down these Russian planes. This situation poses a major problem in terms of the Ministry of Defense's ability to make arms purchases and has a very negative impact on Polish national security. But that's not all, because, as revealed on Saturday by the head of the National Security Bureau, the national security strategy prepared by the Tusk government, which was not accepted by the previous president, Andrzej Duda, will also not be accepted by the current president, Karol Nawrocki. The national security strategy developed by the government did not take into account a whole series of comments addressed to the government by my predecessors in the National Security Bureau. They were not taken into account. This strategy does not respond to the challenges of the era. On the other hand, the security strategy that the current government expects to be accepted contains issues that are important to the current Prime Minister's allies in Brussels and Berlin. It talks about the role of humans in destroying the natural environment. It talks about opening up to green energy. And you can even read sentences that suggest that the future of Poland is basically ETS2. We simply cannot agree to this. It is difficult to imagine that Polish armaments will be subordinated to the EU's self-destructive climate policy. We are to build a strategy that will disarm us, make the army emission-free. Well, it might be emission-free, but it will also be unarmed. This is the logic of this incompetent government. Donald Tusk's security strategy lacks a reliable analysis of the threats to Poland, which was recently attacked by a swarm of Russian drones and the Kremlin's recent numerous provocations against NATO countries. We must take into account the new phase of Russian aggression, not only against Ukraine, but also against European countries, because it was not only Poland that had airspace violations. The draft sent by the government also fails to emphasize the role of the Polish-American alliance. Instead, it focuses on getting close with Brussels and Berlin. The weaker Poland is, the stronger the drive, the greater the chances of Germany achieving ambitious projects regarding their participation in shaping the global map. Such are Germany's ambitions. They want to participate in the new global security architecture, not just the European one. And they are sending a clear signal that they do not envision Poland in this deal. Therefore, the Tusk government's plans to abandon the armament of American aircraft are hardly surprising.